Guys, this is Dr. Cool Auto Fix. Today, uh, I'm just about rounding up a car that's Nissan Rogue 2728 model. And the issue with this AC system is that the compressor overheated. I talked about compressor overheating in my channels. Well, most of you guys don't know how we started. I gave you guys some little tip. There is more video which I'm going to be making concerning this because this is a call to concern. Here on this very compressor here, the clutch overheated and fried. But the great question is, what exactly happened? How did it really happen? So in another episode, I'm gonna be tearing this compressor apart so we take a look at it and know where the problem, where the chains of reaction started from before finally getting here. So sometimes if you poorly analyze the process, that episode is actually supposed to be an autopsy. So we tear this apart and examine the component one after the other and know what exactly make this compressor to fail. As for this very system here, I put out the condenser, flush the condenser because I'm gonna be reusing the condenser. That's me, right? So when AC compressor fail like this one here, even when they contaminate the system, I am not the typical parts changer, guys, and I often get it back working up to specs, or sometimes even above the specs, the manufacturer specification. I exceed it. I've gotten a lot of stage where I've actually exceeded the OEM specs. So here we've got a replacement of exactly the same replacement, which is this one right here. And if you look at it here, it's having a black oil here, but here looks clean. So if suppose you just saw this on the first time after evacuating the refrigerant inside the system, then you might jump up and say, oh, we don't have any problem. It could be just a easy fix, and boom, you made a whole lot of mistakes. Well, let's take a look at this one here. This is a used compressor, exactly a typical replacement for this Nissan Rogue. So let me pull out this guy here and see how clean that is, and let me pull the discharge and see how that is. So now for this very system here, I have actually flushed it. This is the pipe which I use in flushing the system. And of course, you know, since this is not the manufacturer's way of getting it flush, I have to get the expansion valve out. Although the inside is not too dirty, but I just need to flush it because I don't want any mistakes. In other sense, if you're doing this, you're supposed to be replacing the expansion valve. Then I decided I want to be changing an oil for it and use the one that have UV dye inside it because I don't want any stories. Although when I made this system here, the refrigerant is fully intact, so I'm not gonna say that I have any leak right inside it there. And pretty much I'm replacing the compressor and some other components. This is the radiator and the fan. One thing is certain here, these are the pipe. This is more like a rebuild process, and this is the condenser. And I don't think I need to tell you that you need to replace the desiccant dryer. So if there is any moisture inside the system, then you need to take care of that by pulling a vacuum before finalizing the entire system. So here is a new dryer, which I'm going to be using to replace it. The one which I got out from it, it actually did a lot of magic by trapping some of the debris that this compressor introduced inside the system upon when it was about to fail. So here you can see, like I said, this is the oil I got out of the system. Seems a little bit like as if it got some water moisture in there, but it wasn't as bad as I was actually thinking, though I saw this coming. So we have a lot of moisture in there. So guys, this is it. The one key takeaway, further takeaway which I want you guys to know when trying to review the system that the compressor failed, is a serious job. So, and you've got to take time to flush the system just like I did, and investigate properly what led to the other compressor to failure. So for my own sake, I've actually done my investigation, and that is why I said, if you are interested in knowing what I find out, then you're gonna tune into the next episode by subscribing to my channel and turn on your notification, because it's in that episode I'm gonna tear this compressor apart. Then we examine the parts together and know exactly what happened with the system. This is a complete fixed displacement compressor, a rugged one which Nissan actually designed. So sorry, this is value. So it's a very die-hard compressor. So for it to fail, something terrible really happened inside the system. Although this car have a lot of mileage on it, but I'm still trying to figure out exactly why it fails. Even after my autopsy, I'm still trying to figure out why, because most often times when the compressor fails is often linked to leaks in the system. But at the context of this very video, I remember telling you guys that there is a sufficient refrigerant inside the system that didn't drop a bar. So what really happened? That is the big question. So guys, if you're planning to reuse the condenser, go ahead and flush it very well. I showed a video on how to flush a condenser in my car, and whenever a compressor fails, the condenser is often one of the biggest guy you need to face to deal with. Either replace it or you flush it very well, but if you can't ensure that you're going to flush very well, replace it. Then the next challenge is setting it up to specs, because any mistake in the setup is going to result into replacement of another compressor, and another compressor, and another compressor. I hope you find this very episode helpful in some way. If you do, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I'll catch you guys later.